Welcome to Book Jobs Daily, the show where local business owners find the money hiding in missed calls, slow follow-up, weak reviews, and messy systems. I'm Star Riley, and each day we break down one local revenue leak, one simple AI-powered fix, and one action you can use to book more jobs. Today, we are fixing one leak that could be costing you real money.
It's Thursday afternoon. A customer cancels tomorrow's $450 service, and now there's a blank space in the calendar. Your team prepared for the job. The time was reserved. Maybe the slot is too close to fill. So you send the message most businesses send. No problem, just let us know. It sounds courteous. It may also be the last thing that happens between you and a customer who still wants the service. Because sometimes the customer is not gone. The timing simply changed.
Welcome to Booked Jobs Daily. I'm Star Riley, founder of MyUSALocal.com, and this is episode XYZ for Date XYZ. This is your daily show for local business growth, practical AI, and revenue systems that help turn missed leads into booked jobs. Today we're talking about cancellations, and more specifically, what happens after the cancellation. I'll give you a simple 3-step recovery ladder you can use with the tools you already have. It helps you protect the relationship, make rescheduling easier, and keep the door open without guilt, pressure, or a last-minute discount.
Here's the key idea. A cancellation tells you that today's appointment did not work. It does not automatically tell you that the customer no longer wants the result. Those are different facts, but busy teams often treat them as the same fact. The appointment vanishes, somebody types "canceled" in the calendar, and the conversation disappears with it. Then, a week later, the owner wonders why the schedule feels lighter than it should.
Picture a home cleaning company. A homeowner books a deep clean for Friday morning. On Thursday, she writes, "I'm sorry, we need to cancel. Something came up." The office manager replies, "No problem. Just let us know when you're ready." Then she moves on to the next task. A minute later, she looks at the empty Friday slot and says, "Wait, what exactly did we ask the customer to do next?" The honest answer is, nothing specific. The customer has to remember to come back, decide when to come back, find a time, and restart the conversation. That is a lot of work to hand someone who was already busy enough to cancel.
This is why the recovery process needs to be small, not another giant software project, not 6 tags and a meeting about the 6 tags. You need 3 messages, 1 useful reason label, and 1 date that tells somebody what happens next. Think of it as a ladder. You climb only as far as the situation requires.
Thanks for letting us know. I've canceled Friday's appointment, and I hope everything is okay. Whenever the timing is better, we'll be glad to help. That is enough for the first moment. You are confirming what happened, you are taking guilt out of the conversation, and you are making it clear that the relationship is still welcome. You are not saying, "You have damaged our schedule." Even if the schedule is having a difficult afternoon, that is not the customer's emotional burden to carry.
There is one important pause here. If the customer mentions an emergency, an injury, a serious personal situation, or a safety concern, do not rush to recover the booking. Respond like a decent human being. Acknowledge what they shared, give them room, and pause the normal sequence. The same applies to a complaint. If someone says, "The last service was not handled well," a cheerful rescheduling link is not the answer. A person needs to review that situation and repair trust first. In your system, a simple note such as pause or complaint review is enough. The label is there to protect the customer from an inappropriate follow-up.
For an ordinary schedule change, the next move is to make rebooking easy. Instead of saying, "Let us know what works," offer 2 real options. We have Tuesday at 10 or Thursday at 2. Would either be easier? That question is simple to answer. The customer can choose Tuesday, choose Thursday, or say that neither works. Every answer gives you useful information. A blank calendar link can be convenient, but it also makes the customer do the sorting. 2 choices create a little momentum without cornering anyone. You might be thinking, what if both times are gone before the customer replies? Fair question. Do not invent availability just to make the message sound confident. Offer the next 2 genuine openings. If they disappear, send a quick update with the next options. The system is not about pretending your calendar is unlimited. It's about giving the customer a clear path through the calendar you actually have. Back to our cleaning company. The office manager sends the two options. The homeowner replies, "Wednesday might work, but I need to check my work calendar." That is uncertainty, not rejection. So the office manager records three things. The reason is schedule conflict, the owner is the office manager, and the next action is Monday morning. That is the tracking system. Not a maze. Just enough information so the conversation does not depend on somebody's memory. On Monday, the office manager sends one final check-in. "Hi, I wanted to see whether you'd still like help with the cleaning. We can hold Wednesday morning until tomorrow afternoon. If the timing is not right, no worries. Reply with 'later' and we'll leave the door open." Notice the three paths. Book it, ask for later, or choose not to continue. The customer stays in control, and the business gets clarity. One check-in is a system. 7 scattered messages are a relationship problem.
The homeowner replies, "Later, please. We're traveling this week." So the office manager does not keep nudging. She marks a gentle follow-up for 3 weeks later. When that date arrives, the message says, "Hope your travel went well. If you still want help getting the house reset, we're happy to find a time that fits." The homeowner books for the following Tuesday. No discount, no argument, no strange sales performance. The team simply remembered what the customer had said and made it easy to continue when the timing improved.
The reason label matters because different cancellations need different judgment. An emergency may need space. Someone who is unsure may need a future date. Someone who forgot may benefit from a clearer reminder and an easy rebooking option. A complaint needs a human response from somebody who can help. You can use labels such as emergency, unsure, forgotten, or complaint, but keep them simple. If the team needs a training session to remember what each label means, you have probably built too much.
Timing should also follow the situation. The acknowledgement belongs in the active conversation. If the customer is clearly trying to reschedule, offer options right then or shortly afterward. If they need to check a calendar, a day or two may make sense. If they are traveling or entering a busy season, it may be a few weeks. And if there is an emergency, the right follow-up may be no follow-up until they invite it. There is no magic number that beats context. What matters is that the next date is intentional. If the date is blank, silence usually wins.
Once a week, review what happened. How many appointments were canceled? How many received a prompt acknowledgement? How many were offered actual choices? How many came back? You may discover that most cancellations are ordinary schedule conflicts. You may discover that reminders are unclear, or that one service has appointment windows so wide that customers keep backing out. A cancellation can be a revenue leak, but it can also be useful business information. It shows you where the customer experience needs a little repair.
So let's make this concrete. Find one cancellation from the last 7 days. Decide whether it was an emergency, uncertainty, forgetfulness, or a complaint. If it is an emergency or complaint, pause and assign it to the right person. If it is an ordinary schedule change, send a calm acknowledgement or 2 real appointment choices, depending on where the conversation stopped. Then record one next action date before you close the file. Do that once today. After that, write your 3 reusable messages: acknowledgement, options, and 1 helpful check-in. Put them in the inbox, calendar, or scheduling tool your team already opens every day.
The cancellation recovery ladder is simple. Hear the customer, make the next choice easy, and follow up once with respect. Track the reason, name the owner, and record the date. That is enough to stop good opportunities from disappearing just because nobody knew what to do next. A cancellation is not automatically a closed door. Sometimes it is a door that needs to stay open until the timing is better.
Before you go, ask yourself one question. How many leads has your business missed this week? Missed calls, unanswered messages, old estimates, customers who never got a follow-up, canceled appointments that simply disappeared. That is hidden revenue, and that is exactly what we help you find. Join the Booked Jobs Daily email list for a ready-to-copy cancellation recovery ladder worksheet. It will help you write the 3 messages, choose a simple tracking label, and put the routine into practice. Then book your AI opportunity audit. We'll uncover the leaks, show you the systems, and help you turn missed opportunities into booked jobs. I'm Star Riley. Thanks for listening to Booked Jobs Daily.